Hello students, in this class we will see the image formation by concave lens. Okay, so image formation by concave lens. Image formation by concave lens. Okay, image formation by concave lens. So there are not many cases, just two cases are there, because in convex lens we always keep the object in terms of first focus, right? In terms of first focus. In one case we had seen beyond 2f1, second at 2f1, third between f1 and 2f1. So all the distances was there in terms of first focus. But here in this case, if we take concave lens, so for concave lens, the first focus lies to the right side, right? So this is principal axis, first focus lies to this side, and second focus lies to the left side. Second focus lies to the side of object. Okay, for that reason, there will be not many cases, there will be only two cases. Okay. So first case, go to page number 116 in your book. Page number 116, the first case is when the object is at infinity. So first case, object is at infinity. Object is at infinity. So this kind of lens is used for getting the rays diverged. Okay. So when the rays are coming from infinity, object is at infinity, that means rays are coming from infinity. First I am taking this ray diagram that the rays are coming from infinity and parallel to the principal axis also. Rays are coming from infinity and parallel to the principal axis also. Okay. So in this case, what will happen? This is optical center. Okay. This is first focus f1. This is f2. I told that always these distances should be same. Okay. There are four distances. Optical center to first focus to 2f1. Here 2f1. Then optical center to second focus to 2f2. So all these four distances, this and this, all these four distances should be same. Otherwise, your image will not match properly. So this is concave lens, and another name of concave lens is diverging lens, right? Concave lens, and it is also known as diverging lens. So rays will diverge, but in such a way here it will diverge that if we extra plot them in the backward direction, the ray will meet at a particular point on the principal axis. That point is called second focus. Okay, that point is called second focus. Okay, that point is called second focus. Clear? Clear? So this is the ray diagram. Another ray you can take. This is the third ray, okay, which is passing through optical center. There will be no deviation, nothing. It will go in this way. Okay, there is no deviation, nothing. It will go in this way. Okay. So this is the first case. Object is at infinity. But in exam, if you get this question, that draw the ray diagram when the object is at infinity. Okay. You will not draw this one. There is second diagram, that one you will draw. This is a particular case where the rays are parallel to each other, that is fine, but also parallel to the principal axis. Okay, so this is a particular case where rays are also parallel to the principal axis. So we will not draw this one. Okay, this diagram is there in your book, page number 116, figure 5.37. So image is forming on this side, object is also to the left side, okay, of the lens. Always we take the object to the left side. So object and image, this is image, right? So object and image both are on the same side. That means which kind of image? So first point, virtual image. And virtual images are always erect. So whenever you are getting virtual image, that means erect. Second point you'll write erect image. Third point you'll write highly diminished. Okay, because all the rays are meeting at this particular point. So image will be point image. So highly diminished. Okay, and fourth point it lies, the object is formed at second focus. So image is formed. Image is formed at second focus. Okay, so these are the few things. Okay, for this case, and keep in mind this is the maximum image distance. Okay, this is the maximum image distance in case of concave lens. This is the maximum image distance. In case of convex lens, we are saying the maximum image distance is at infinity, right? But here this is the maximum image distance. What is the maximum image distance for concave lens? The maximum image distance is equal to its focal length, right? This is focal length basically, right? Okay, come to the next ray diagram. That is, this is the point, object is at infinity, but second case we will not take the rays parallel to principal axis. Object is at infinity, but rays are not parallel to principal axis. Rays are parallel to each other but not parallel to the principal axis. Okay, okay students, so this is the concave lens. All these distances are same. Okay, second focus lies to this side. Second focus means that is the focus or focal length we take. Okay, we take focus of a lens means which focus? Second focus. Focus of a lens means second focus. So we'll take two rays here. Okay, one ray will take passing through f1. Passing through f1, right? This is passing through f1. So passing through f1. After this, it will not go undeviated. So dotted line. And another ray will take through optical center. Through optical center, what will happen? Through optical center, what will happen? No deviation, nothing. And it will go undeviatedly. It will go undeviatedly. Okay. These are the incident rays. For this one, which is passing through f1, what will happen to that ray? Which is passing through f1, what will happen to that? After reflection, that ray will be parallel to principal axis, right? That ray will be parallel to principal axis, right? Clear? Clear? So you can easily see that on the right side of this lens, rays are getting diverged. Okay, rays are getting separated from each other. So on this side, image cannot be formed. So extraplot this ray in the backward direction and then see whether it is intersecting at any point or not. So we are saying that it is intersecting here. It is intersecting here. So draw normal from this point. So this will be the image. This will be the image. So where the image is forming at f2. Okay, but it will not be point image here. It will be very highly diminished image, but not point image. Okay, so object is on this side. Object is here. Object is to the left side always. Image is also forming to the left side. That means first property is virtual image. Virtual image. Second property, virtual means erect. Virtual means erect. Third property, highly diminished. Okay, highly diminished. Highly diminished. And fourth point, where the image is forming. Where the image is forming at second focal plane. It is not forming at focus. Okay, all the points are not meeting or not meeting at focus when we extraplot the rays. Okay, the image is forming at focal plane. So second focal plane. Image is forming at second focal. Okay, so these are the properties. These are the properties. Okay. Now application. Where we use this thing? Application also you have to keep in mind. The ray diagram, properties and application. Mark all those things from your book. Okay, ray diagram, properties and application. Mark all those points in your book. Okay, page 116, 117. Application is this type of ray diagram. Okay, we get in Galilean telescope. Galilean telescope. Galilean telescope. Okay, Galilean telescope. It is a kind of telescope. Okay, telescope is used to see the far object lying at far distance, like to see the stars, to see any other planet. Okay, we use this kind of instrument, that is, it is known as telescope. Okay, Galilean telescope. Okay, it is a particular kind of telescope, Galilean telescope. So which kind of image will be formed in Galilean telescope? Image will be virtual. Virtual image means always erect, and very small image will be formed inside that instrument. Okay. Okay. Come to the last case. Okay. First case is object is at infinity, and last and second case is object is not at infinity, near to the lens. These are the two cases here. Okay, not many. Okay, I'm erasing this. So this is the second case. Okay, in second case, object is at any finite distance from lens. Okay, at any finite distance. Now you will tell where we will put the object, right? Whether we will put the object between optical center to f2 or f2 and 2f2 or beyond 2f2. Where? So in this case, it will not matter where you are keeping the object. Okay, you can keep object anywhere. You will get the same kind of image. Okay, here it will not matter. So if I follow your book, okay, in book object is kept here. Okay, you can check the image. If you keep the object in between f2 and 2f2, at f2, in between optical center and f2, okay, there will be no problem. So give the object name AB. Now we'll take two rays, one ray through the optical center and it will go undeviated. So one ray through optical center undeviatedly. Okay. Okay. Second ray will take parallel to the principal axis. Then what will happen? Parallel to the principal axis, what will happen? Parallel to the principal axis, after refraction, it will get diverged, and it will diverge in such a way that if we extra plot that ray, it will meet at second focus. Right? It will meet at second focus. Parallel ray passes through second focus. Parallel ray passes through second focus. Okay? If we extra plot, here dotted line means this is not real ray. This is the real ray. Okay? So here they are meeting. Okay? So from here, draw a perpendicular. Okay. So here, which two rays are meeting? The two rays which are coming from A point. So here it will be arrow. That means A prime and then B prime. Okay. This is the image formation for this case, when the object is at any finite distance from concave lens. Okay. So you easily can see this is the object height, this is the image height, smaller, so diminished. Properties you easily can write by seeing the ray diagram. First one, object and image, both are on the same side. Same side means virtual. Virtual images are always erect or upright. Okay, erect, or you can write upright. Okay, erect. Okay, here arrow in the upward direction, here also arrow in the upward direction. Third property is diminished, right? Third property is diminished, smaller image. And fourth one, what is the position? Position is between optical center and second focus, or between the lens and second focus. This is the important point. So image position is between optical center and second focus. Between optical center and second focus. Okay. So wherever you place this object, but not at infinity, always you will get image between optical center and second focus. And when you keep the object at infinity, then you will get the image at second focus. For that reason, I told that second focus, this is the maximum distance for image. Okay, in case of concave lens, this is the maximum distance. Okay, focal length is the maximum distance for image in case of concave lens. Okay, otherwise image distance will be smaller than focal length. Okay, clear? Now come to the application. This type of lens is used in the spectacles. Okay, especially in the spectacles, for those persons who cannot see far objects clearly. Okay, those persons are called short-sighted person. Okay, short-sighted person. It is written in your book nicely. So I am writing the application. Here I am writing application. It is used in spectacle. Okay, in spectacle, for short-sighted person. Spectacle for short-sighted person. Short-sighted person means who cannot see far objects clearly but can see near objects clearly. Okay, who cannot see far objects clearly. As most of you are using spectacles. Okay, so if you look at the glass properly, you will see that middle portion is thin. But the outer portion is thick. Okay, so this is concave lens. So these are the two ray diagrams I wanted to discuss. After that come to one to image formation. Okay, one to image formation. So come to page number 120. We will discuss two questions, one from concave, another from convex. Okay, come to page number 120. Page number 120, question number 6. Page number 120, question number 6. So our first question will take page number 120, question number 6. Okay, exercise question number 6, page 120. Okay, take it. What is the question? One ray diagram is given. How it is given? I am drawing. So how it is given? Yes, this is the principal axis. Then here one line is given, right? Just one line is given. Here it is denoted by X. Okay, and this is O. This is O point, and here one object is kept like this, and this type of ray diagram is given, right? This type of ray diagram is given. Okay, this type of ray diagram is given. Okay, this type of ray diagram is given in your book, right? And this is AB, and here another O prime. Okay, these two distances are same. It is given in the diagram. Okay. Now come to the question. Name the lens. First question, name the lens L prime. So first question, name the lens. So which kind of lens? Here, this is the ray, and ray is getting converged or diverged. Ray is getting, it is going away from the principal axis. It is not bending towards the principal axis. It is going away from the principal axis. So which kind of lens? Which kind of lens bends the ray away from the principal axis? Concave lens. Right? If it is convex lens, then it would bend towards the principal axis. Okay, it can meet the principal axis on this side. It is not meeting here, so it is concave lens. What are the points O prime called? Okay, so if you extrapolate this ray in the backward direction, you will see that the refracted ray is meeting at point O. Refracted ray is meeting at point O. So parallel to the principal axis, after refraction, it is meeting at point O. Okay, so at which point it meets? If the incident ray is parallel to the principal axis, after refraction, it meets to the second focus. So O is second focus, F2. Okay, because F2 lies to the left side for concave lens, and O prime will be simply F1, because the distances are same. Given in the diagram, distances are same. We can measure it. Third question, complete the diagram to form the image of the object AB. Okay, complete the diagram to form the image. So when you are forming the image, you will not take this line. Okay, you know it is concave lens, so draw a concave lens here. Draw a concave lens. Okay, so this is the concave lens. This is the concave lens. Draw a concave lens here. Okay, this is the concave lens. This is optical center. Optical center is denoted by X here. Okay, optical center is denoted by X. Give the name of lens L1, L2. Okay, one ray is already there. You will take another ray which is passing through the optical center, and it will pass undeviatedly. Right? It will pass undeviatedly. So this is another ray you will take. One ray is already given in book. Here they are meeting. From that point, draw a normal. From that point, draw a normal. Yes. So this is the image formation. This is A prime, B prime. So this is the image formation. Okay. Third question was complete the diagram to form the image of the object. So this is the diagram. You will give all the ray direction. Okay. You will mention all the points and complete this lens because you know it is concave lens. Okay. Don't take line. You know it is concave lens, so draw the concave lens. Fourth question, state three characteristics of the image. So three characteristics. Fourth question, three characteristics. So first characteristic is virtual because object and image are lying on the same side of lens. Virtual image is always erect, or you can write upright. Third point, we have to write three characteristics. Third point is diminished. Okay, diminished. First point is about the nature. Second point is about the height, and third point, not height. Second point is the orientation of image. Okay, with respect to principal axis, whether the image is lying above the principal axis or below. Okay, above means erect, below means inverted because we take the object on this side of principal axis. And third point tells us about the height. Okay, about the size of the image. So it is diminished. Clear? So this is question number 6. Okay. Come to next question, that is question number. We will discuss question number question number 7. Okay, we will discuss question number 7. Question number 7 is related to convex lens. So I'm erasing this. So the next question we will discuss, that is question number 7, page 120. Okay, here lens is already given. So this is convex lens. So take convex lens. So this is convex lens, very thin convex lens. Draw principal axis. This is principal axis, and then draw optical center and first focus, and here second focus. Okay, optical center, first focus, second focus. Now object is here between optical center and first focus, already given in your book. So keep the object between optical center and first focus and name the object as it is given, AB. We have to find the position of image, CD. That means we have to give the image name CD. So complete the ray. One ray will take through optical center. It will go undeviated. Okay, there will be no deviation. And another ray, second ray will take parallel to the principal axis. Second ray will take parallel to the principal axis. And after refraction, it will pass through second focus. After refraction, it will pass through second focus. Parallel to the principal axis, after refraction, it will pass through second focus. So you can easily see that on this side, the rays will not meet. Okay. So if we keep our eye here, okay, keep our eye here, then we can see the image in this direction, in the same direction of object. Okay, in the same side of object. Just extrapolate the rays, you will get the image. Okay, this is dotted line, because these rays are not real. After that, from this meeting point, draw the perpendicular. Okay, this is the image. Give name, we have to give name what? CD. So this is C, suppose this is D. Okay, so this is the ray diagram. Give the lens name L. It is given in your book. Yes, L. So this is the ray diagram, and in question it is given that also mark on the diagram the position of eye from where the image can be viewed. The position of eye is here. You have to draw eye here. Okay, okay, okay. Now this is A part. Complete the ray diagram, position of eye, everything. Now B part is state three characteristics of the image in relation to the object. Three characteristics of image in relation to the object. So B, three characteristics are first one, object and image. Both are on the same side of lens. That means virtual image. Virtual images are always erect. And third point, with respect to object, image is magnified. So magnified. Okay, so these are the three characteristics in relation to the object: virtual, relation to the object; erect, relation to the object; and magnified, also relation to the object. Okay, so these are the two questions we have discussed. One question we have discussed from concave lens, and second question, this one is from convex lens. This is which kind of lens? Convex lens. And this is the only case in case of convex lens where we get virtual image. When we get the virtual image in case of convex lens, when object is placed between lens and first focus, between lens and first focus. But in case of concave lens, whatever the ray diagrams you have seen and the characteristic you have seen, in each case, so for concave lens, these are the common properties for concave lens. Common properties are images will be virtual. All the images, always it will be virtual. Always it will be erect. Always it will be diminished. Always it will be diminished. Okay. And if the object is at infinity, image will be formed at second focus. And if object is at finite distance, then image will be formed between second focus and optical center. So these are the common properties for concave lens. Concave lens only can form virtual, erect, diminished image. Okay, concave lens cannot form real image. But for convex case, we can get virtual image for only one case. What is that case? When object is between optical center and first focus. When object is between optical center and first focus, then only we can get virtual image. Virtual, erect, but in this case, virtual image is magnified. Virtual image is magnified. Okay. Otherwise, you will get real image. Okay. Clear? So these all are about the ray diagram for convex and concave lens. Okay. Next, in the next class, we will see the third part, that is sign convention and lens formula. Very, very important for the numerical and very, very important for conceptual question. For suppose very small numerical is given, you don't have to calculate anything. You are asked to write the properties of image, or you are asked to write the nature of lens. So from that particular value, particular sign means positive or negative. So from that particular sign, from the value, we can easily tell that whether the image will be virtual, whether the image will be real, okay, whether it will be magnified or diminished. Okay, so all those things we will see in the next class. Okay, thank you everyone.